We got birds flying through Super Bowls, Kanye West selling swastikas, and Elon Musk doing crazy shit. What is the world coming to? They must be crazy people, right? And I'm not sure if you've ever remembered a time where you've maybe labeled or called someone crazy, like, oh my God, they cheated on their wife, their husband of 15 years. That's crazy. I could never do that. Or maybe you've heard someone else say, have you ever heard of Marshall Applewhite and the Heaven's Gate cult? Yeah, he got 39 people to self-eradicate, to off themselves. And you think, oh, those people are crazy. I could never do that. We've all said things like this more than likely, if I had to assume. And let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. Maybe you've never called or labeled anyone crazy at all. But the scary thing about calling someone crazy is dismissing someone as crazy is just an excuse to avoid understanding yourself. Because what if those people just entertain this idea for 2 seconds, try it on and see if it might be true? Because, man, what if those people are not crazy? What if the people who cheat on their spouses after 10 years aren't crazy? What if the people who committed suicide because of Marshall Applewhite's Applegate, whatever his name is, cult, the Heaven's Gate cult? What if those people who committed suicide weren't crazy? What if they were normal, functioning human beings, just like you and me? Like, what if they had families who they loved and loved them? What if they had goals and aspirations to live a beautiful, bountiful life, man, and just really get to enjoy rich and luxurious pleasures? What if those people were just normal people like you and I? What does that mean? Well, maybe it means we're not so different after all. And maybe there's more that bonds and unites us than there are things that separate us. Because what's funny is the moment we call somebody crazy, what we're really doing is refusing to look in the mirror at ourselves and realizing, hey, because I am a human, I am also capable of the thing I am deeming crazy. The thing I am labeling them crazy for, I am also capable of because I am a human. When you call someone crazy, you're telling yourself that they are something you could never become. They are doing things you could never do. But here's the brutal reality of the situation. You could do it because you are a human. So the things, man, what you're really doing is running away from your own powers. That you're saying they're crazy. I could never do that. When in all reality, 100% you could. And if you were fully understanding of the context that they made the decision in, the environment they made the decision in, you might just come to the conclusion that you would do the same thing given you were in their shoes. Crazy, right? I give people the scenario. Imagine that you walk into the gas station and you leave your phone sitting on the dash. You walk in to pay for gas or whatever, or you get a drink, and you come out and your window's busted and your phone's missing. You're like, fuck, man. Like, who did this shit? I'm calling the cops. Like, they're lucky I didn't catch them. They're lucky I didn't catch them, because if I did, fill in the blanks of whatever make-believe scenario that you know you wouldn't do. But anyways, someone stole your shit, right? In all reality, you have the right to be mad. But let me know if this changes the circumstances or the situation, your perspective on this. Just look at it from a different view. What if it was a homeless single mother of 4 kids who saw an easy way to sell something and make some money to put food in her kids' mouths to live just one more day? Does that change the situation? A lot of you probably say, well, Mason, when you put it like that, fuck, man, it's hard to be mad at it. Exactly. But what if that was you? What if that was you and you saw someone leave $1,000 in cash out on the dashboard? You're homeless, you're hungry, you're poor. Like, man. Morality kind of goes out the fucking window, doesn't it? Morality goes out the window. So understand that what you judge as madness in others might just be the mirror you're avoiding, all right? You're afraid to look into it. And that's the funny thing about this is you're inadvertently giving your power away. Every time you call someone crazy, you're saying, I would never do that, when in all reality, you're a human and you are 100% capable of doing that thing that you claim you could never do. And let me know if I'm wrong on this, because Every time you write someone off as crazy, you don't have to ask hard questions like, why did they make that choice? Am I capable of doing the same thing given their situation? Or if I was placed in that environment, what led them to act that way? You're avoiding self-reflection. And by calling someone crazy, we are actively denying their humanity and, in a way, our own. Because if they're human and you're human, then you share the capacity for the same thoughts, emotions, and actions. And the truth is, given the same circumstances, you might have made the same choice that they did. Maybe that's just crazy to think about. We live in a crazy world after all, or is it? Now, why do people do this? Well, power can be intoxicating. Let me be the first to tell you, when you know you can do something and possibly get away with it, man, it's an ego trip, whatever you want to call it. But a lot of people, because they've never experienced a degree of power or control in their life, the moment they feel it, it feels too much and they give it away. They're saying, he's crazy, I could never do that. Because if they were to try their model of reality on and say, whoa, because I am human, I do have the same capacity to do the same action, commit the same behavior as this person. And that's a lot of control, that's a lot of power. And most people, the moment they feel it, they say, no, not me. They're crazy. I could never do that. And so my challenge to you is, I want to highlight the strength in self-reflection. Because the hardest thing on earth is admitting that you might have done the same thing in their shoes. But that's where real power comes from. But first you have to acknowledge it. So the next time you have an experience where you want to label or call someone crazy and let yourself off the hook and abandon your station of power, just try this on. Say, what are they experiencing that I don't understand? What can I learn from their choices? And what does this situation say about me? All right? Try that on for size. And instead of saying they're crazy, say they're human, just like me. And that shift alone changes completely how you see the world. And you'll never be the same again. Because the truth is, we're all capable of a lot more than we'd like to realize. Myself included. Both the good and the bad. And when you stop labeling and you start understanding, you don't just take back your power, you take back your humanity. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of self-awareness or changed the way you looked at things. I'm sure if you go back in your timeline of all your memories, just float back to a time where you've heard someone call someone crazy and realize that, hey, maybe I didn't have the full picture. And I promise you, this is a game changer in all areas of life. So hope you enjoyed that. If I'm wrong, by all means, roast me in the comments. What do I possibly know? Because apparently I'm a white guy. At least that's what people are saying on Facebook today. I don't know. But love you all. Keep being awesome. And I'll see you on the next one.